teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Six yards left on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Akers will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
On first down, it's Taylor. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. He finds his man, Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Taylor to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 19 and a first down. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Taylor. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Giants are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Here's Brightwell. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
They'll run it with Brightwell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by Galladay. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, check. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now it's Taylor. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're... Scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Stafford looks to throw again. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain also lead to fourth down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills